Hey, Phil, man, yo, this is Vibe,
Oh,
man.
baby.
You already know what goes on when we do this tissue and the tape thing. We got a special opportunity to talk to someone that's doing their thing. We've been looking forward to talking to at least one half of the group. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a chance to talk to both of them. But right now, just let the people know who we're about to have this conversation with.
Yes, man. You already know we all about quality hip hop music. So anytime we can get MCs that actually MC, imagine that. It's always a great thing. So we got a chance to break bread with a dope MC out of North Carolina by way of Brooklyn. One half Stallone-N-Weathers. We are here on Tissue the Tape with Precyce Boogie. What's going on, brother?
Peace. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
No doubt, man. We are
Good,
chilling.
man.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm blessed, man. Glad to be here, man. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, no doubt, man. Thank
No
you,
doubt.
man, for making quality hip hop music.
No doubt. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do what's in my bloodline.
Say no more.
So yeah, man, if you make it, the people will find it, and that's kind of what happened with us discovering your music, man. It's one of those things where it kind of popped up in our inbox, and then we kind of reached out to some people to see if they were familiar, and they were, and then from there, we just connected, man. So it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Hey, man. The pleasure and the honor's all mine, man. And I think I speak for my partner in rhyme, K Hill. We're just happy that you guys are listening, and we're happy that you guys, are calling it quality hip hop. Honestly, we just jump in the booth and we do what we love. You know what I'm saying? I write the songs, and he produces the beats, and we just go in and just lay it, man.
No doubt.
Hey, man, as that's how it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah, that is how it's supposed to be. But different duos do different things. You know what I'm saying? Because K Hill, he can rhyme too. You know what I'm saying? He can rhyme too. I can't tell you what he started out doing because I don't want to get it wrong. But from what I understand, he was DJing and producing, and then he started rhyming just to pick it up. And then he got nice with it, and so he got known for that a little bit. But he really loves to be in the lab. You know what I'm saying? Making beats, making bangers, and it's real organic what we do, and I think it translates well in the music.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Man, we're kind of in that vein of we grew up, in the comic book era, and where comic books were really, a big staple as far as the culture, man. So we're big into origin stories, man. So tell us your origin story. Like what should we know about you and how you essentially came to realizing that you had these powers for MCing?
Oh man, I discovered that I really wasn't human. I think at the age of 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I kind of discovered my mutant powers. It's like that's when I kind of knew I was Kryptonian. It's like I was listening to a lot of hip hop because of my brothers. They used to always come through with the tapes and everything. That was back in the day when record shops were really popping. So everybody had the B-side singles with the instrumentals. So I was big on this song from Showbiz and AG called Next Level. And so they had the Next Level instrumental, but it was a remix by Premier. And so Premier had that instrumental on there.
The nighttime.
And I heard that. Yeah, exactly. And I heard that, and like I wrote my first rhyme to that. Like I think it was like 12 bars long. It was awful. But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You just don't end up knowing what you're doing. You got to start. You got to have your foundation. So
that's one of the most rhymed over beats ever in terms of freestyling. So yeah, it's only right you started there.
Yeah, it's only right, man. And ciphers and all of that, man. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. That is like a beautiful beat. Like if I like listen to the beat and I close my eyes, it's like I see a black and white rainy day video. Like that's what I see when I listen to the beat, and to me that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up in Brooklyn, growing up in Brooklyn, you see beauty in different things. You learn how to do it so you can survive. It's either laugh or cry. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I see beauty in the hideous. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that everything that I saw in Brooklyn was hideous, but it's just we got a different eye. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like with that beat, that's what really brought me home. So then naturally, I kept listening to hip hop, and of course I developed the top 5 that changes like every day, and started getting more instrumentals and started writing more rhymes, and experimented with more flows until I could find myself. One of the many things that you struggle with as an artist is really finding yourself, honestly. So when you find yourself and you feel like you can tell your story in a cool way, in a way that won't put people to sleep, then you run with that, and that's when your authenticity comes in. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much my origin, man. Growing up in Brooklyn, used to write poetry and just changed it to music, man, and that's how I started out.
No doubt.
Who's in that top 5 today?
Pharaoh Monch, Big L, Prodigy. Wow. K Hill is definitely in there as well. MF Doom.
Okay.
But see, there's honorable mentions too, because I'm a huge Raekwon the Chef fan. Like, I'm like a Raekwon the Chef stan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes I don't even mention him because I don't feel like I'm like worthy enough to mention his name sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that, as far as who I look up to in the rap game, like, he's definitely one of them. I mean, I always tell people my top 5 is different from yours. You know what I'm saying? I mean, much respect to, the classic picks like Biggie and Nas and Pac. I mean, much respect to them, but I listen to hip hop a little differently. You know what I'm saying? So not that I don't got love for those artists. Those artists are phenomenal, and Nas is still doing his thing. I mean, he's touring right now. He's in NC, right now doing his thing.
Yeah.
But like, my top 5 is different from people because I'm just a different type of dude.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. We too have huge respect for Raekwon. Our tagline, respect Heat Holders, come from Glaciers of Ice. So
Glaciers of Ice, track number 11, only built for Cuban links.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
We thought when he said that at the end of Glaciers of Ice, that was like the illest thing ever. Respect.
It is the illest thing ever.
It is. It like, absolutely is.
Like, yeah, like who, like what type of slang? Like, those dudes in slang, man, they just on a different level, man.
Yo.
But it's truth though. I mean, that man's a heat holder. You gotta respect him, or you already know what's gonna happen if you don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he got heat. He holding it.
Right.
You gotta respect it.
Strictly respect Heat Holders. Like, don't worry about nobody else. Strictly respect Heat Holders.
Yeah.
Find out who the Heat Holders is in the room and respect them dudes. Like, everybody else, whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever happens, you respect Heat Holders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No doubt.
Oh yeah, you know that's gonna be a sound bite. You already know. But you mentioned Brooklyn. What part of Brooklyn are you from?
Flatbush.
Okay. Lot of MCing out of Flatbush.
A lot of MCing out of Flatbush, man. I stayed right on 2016 Regent Place, man. Like, the thing about it is, so many MCs coming out of Flatbush. Some you never heard of, some of course you have heard of. But it's like, it was like a gauntlet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a real gauntlet. Like, if you thought you was nice, then you have to go to certain buildings and you got to prove yourself. That's what I pretty much had to do. You know what I'm saying? Not really on some battle stuff, but, at least trying to. My fault. My phone was ringing. Hold on. Okay. At least trying to. You still got me?
Yeah, we got you. You good?
Okay. Just like rhyming in front of people and everybody bringing their best 16s or 24s out, you know what I'm saying? And like, that was before the era where everybody would rap for like 8 minutes long. Like, this is when you come out with 16s and 24s and you do your thing. You get in, get out like a robbery, like something quick like that and make them want more. So it was a gauntlet on Flatbush, man, for real.
I think we got our 4th horseman.
Yeah.
Say again?
I think K Hill's on. You there, brother?
Right here, bro. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, he jumped on?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up?
Hey, what's good? What's good? Glad to be on the show.
No doubt, man. You on with the Heat Holders of the Tissue and the Tape podcast?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Welcome, man.
We was just talking about origin stories, man. So, I mean, you here now. So, we was talking about How you got your superhero powers?
Yeah, tell us how you got yours, man. How'd you realize that you weren't like everybody else in terms of hip hop?
Wow, man. Wow. I mean, I ain't even got nothing for that, man. That kind of like caught me by surprise right there, man. Like I just try to stay myself, man. Don't always try to follow the crowd or whatever. Sometimes you just got to stand out, man, and stick to your guns and whatnot, and just not conform to what everybody else is doing. No real superpower there, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So what got you into the game? Like, how'd you fall in love with hip hop?
Shoot, man, Crush Groove, man.
Yes.
Crush Groove, man. After seeing Crush Groove and stuff like that, man, I was just hooked, man. Cause that was back when it was a lot of different elements in the music. It was cool to dance. It was cool to be funny, and all that stuff. And it would just that kind of attract me to the game. Like I'm an older head, so that's really what kind of got me into it, man.
Oh yeah, we right with you, brother.
Yeah.
I know. I was just being nice, though. You know what I'm saying?
I think our cloths are very similar.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell by the music. I mean, we collectively, like me and Vod, got
maybe 8 minutes,
like almost 80 years of hip hop in this joint. So when we hear y'all music, we already know it sounds different, and that's a good thing. It's supposed to sound different.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to sound like everything else. I'm supposed to have to rewind it back and yo, he said this. Like I shouldn't know your whole rap, the first time I hear it, because you only said 3 things.
Right.
Yeah. Man, so how did you guys get connected?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Shoot, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. When you come down here, like, you gotta understand that pretty much K Hill's the man down here. Like,
and whatever, man, whatever. Nah, it ain't even.
Nah, seriously, nah.
Last time he checked, he was the man in them streets.
Right. So I came down, and so a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? You alright? I'm gonna get you in front of K Hill, let you rhyme or whatever." So I did the research on K Hill, listened to his joints and everything, and I was like, "Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about." So they get me in front of K Hill, and I rhyme for him. I was a little dirtball then. I rhymed for him, and he's like, "Yo, yeah, you nice, yo. Keep at it, yo. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing." And then like he floated off on his magical cloud of skill. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, he was untouchable right then. So you talk about mutant powers. You know what I'm saying? So many years later, I'm sharpening my blade or whatever. So I meet this other guy named B Kid. He's an engineer. And so he's close with K Hill, and he was like, "Yo, man, seriously, you need to go rock with K Hill." And I was like, "Yo, I know about him, man. I rhymed for him before." So then he goes back to K Hill, and K Hill's like, "Yeah, I know Sice. I've been knew Sice. He's dope." So then he connects us, and then we do a few things, and I'm like, "Look, man, on the humble, yo, I'm trying to come up in the game. School me real quick, man. Like, let me get under your wing, because you've been out there, you've been doing it for a minute." So he was like, "Yo, I'll see what I can do. Let's see what's up. I got you." You know what I'm saying? Because I came to him humble, and so he showed me a lot of things. He's still showing me things. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't embarrassed him. I don't think I embarrassed him. So, he's been putting his name behind me and putting the label behind me. And we just been rocking ever since. And then the Stallone-N-Weathers thing happened, and I'm gonna let him take it from there.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I mean, Stallone-N-Weathers, like with that whole project, it was just my opportunity to do a straight up East Coast, a classic East Coast sounding album. That's something that I always wanted to do, something that was always on my bucket list. But I'm from North Carolina, so I'm like, okay, how can I give you that classic New York feel and whatnot? How can I give you that sound? I'm not from New York, so just meeting Sice, cat from Brooklyn, cat that still got the accent, cat that still got the ways, still got the rhyme pattern, the lingo and everything. it gave me the perfect opportunity, you know, to put my production behind it and get that sound that I came up on. I ain't even gonna say the sound is missing because you know it's still some cats out there that's doing that and whatnot.
Absolutely.
But you know, I wasn't doing it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing my part to hold down the East Coast sound, but I'm talking about that straight up authentic, you know, New York feel. You know that this project right here kind of gave me the opportunity. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So here we are.
Like I always say, man, open car door music. You guys know what it is. You know, you pull up on the block with your car door open and you blasting that good music, and then you know you leave your car door open because you know you blasting something dope. So you want everybody to hear. So you come dap your man up on the stoop, you got your car door open and you blasting, you know what I mean? I've done that so many times with Only Built for Cuban Links. Like I still do it today, you know? And it, like a lot of the youngsters are like, yo, who's that? And I'm like, yeah, this is a teachable moment. Like this is a teachable moment right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of music we make, man. Like we make that type of music and we keep it authentic to ourselves. Like, you know, before anything, I'm a fan of music first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can sit here and talk that artist stuff. I can sit here and talk that businessman stuff. But yo, on the real, before all of that, I'm a fan first. So I make music that I want to hear,
no doubt,
which makes me, you know, make the music that I want to do. You know, so it stays authentic and it stays original and it stays true to what we know.
Yeah, man, and that's exactly why we started this show, for that exact same reason, because we were fans first, and we were seeing different radio shows and podcasts that wasn't really representing the kind of music that we like and the kind of music that we grew up on. So we was like, yo, you know, I mean, we were already doing the blog. We was like, let's do it. And then that helped us connect with artists like you. So you had the Stallone-N-Weathers project. How'd you come up with the name? Like, I mean, obviously, I mean, some cues from Rocky, but what was the inspiration behind it?
I mean, I came with the idea of Rocky and Apollo because, you know, I feel like that's how my life was at the time. My career was like, you know, I was Rocky Balboa, like when he was first starting out, like a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a mean right hook, I had a mean jab, but I didn't really know the ring. So I go up to him, you know what I'm saying? And he's like Apollo Creed, like he been in the ring, you know what I'm saying? He's still nice. Still dancing, he's still dancing, knocking cats out. He's still dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the Apollo Creed that alternate time. He told me
started breaking up.
So we fought, you know.
Hey, Sice, you breaking up. You breaking up a lot, brother.
Hear me now?
Vaguely. You might have hit a bad spot.
Yeah,
Yeah, can y'all still hear me?
Yes, sir.
You're good.
Okay, word up. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, just pick up where he left off, just in terms of just the title, Stallone-N-Weathers. Like, well, you know, just give us more about that.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. I was going through a bad spot. Nah, man, like he's Apollo Creed. You know what I'm saying? I'm Rocky Balboa. I wanted to do Rocky and Apollo. We didn't want to get sued. So he came up with Stallone-N-Weathers. And then I was like, that's super dope, because that brings a whole nother element, a whole nother dynamic to it.
Yeah.
So we bring to you Stallone-N-Weathers, which is pretty cinematic. Everything we do is cinematic, from the videos and the flows.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that's a dope name, yo. Like when I saw it, I was like, man, y'all could do so much with that. I mean, you know,
right.
You do so much with it.
Right. Like when you hear the name, you don't know what it is.
No. But that's a good thing though. That's a good, intriguing.
Yeah, and it allow you flexibility, because if you go Apollo and Rocky, you know, it's strictly, you know, the boxing aspect of it. I mean, but Stallone-N-Weathers, it allow y'all. Well, I had a couple ideas. I was like, man, they could do this, this. We'll talk about that off the air. But I was like, yo, that would be dope if you. But I mean, so like,
word.
So tell me about the actual project. You had 2 singles out so far. I mean, tell me how's the process of doing the whole entire project? Like, what's going on with
I'm gonna let K Hill do that, man, just in case I go through another bad spot, because I may be coming up on one. So I'm gonna let K Hill rock that question out, and I'll chime in.
I'll be honest with you, fellas. I wish I can give you, you know, some super explanation or whatever, you know, of a formula that we have. But man, it's a situation where you got 2 cats that got like-minded, you know, they got like-minded tastes and whatnot. You know, I like a whole lot of stuff, man. But when it comes down to, you know, the nitty-gritty, you know, I like bars and I like that sound and whatnot. And it's crazy because it's like almost everything that I cooked up, I just threw it at him and he threw it right back and we had a jam. Like, to be honest, we've been done with this project for a while, but it's just that, you know, you'll notice little things here and there that you could have tightened up. You don't want to overproduce it, but at the same time, you know, you've seen some little kinks here and there that you could tighten up, you know, that you can, you know, fix to serve to the public better, man. But nah, with us, it's not a hard process at all because you got 2 cats. I might have said this earlier, but you got 2 cats that know what they want. They know what they want. We already know what kind of sound we want. We would love to have a target audience, but we doing the music that we love, you know. Like, yeah, we definitely, you know, want to acquire, you know, a wide audience and whatnot. But we can also, you know, live with the fact of if we only have a few fans, you know what I'm saying, from this experience. As long as we sticking to our guns and doing, you know, the music that we love doing, that we can live with at the end of the day.
Yeah, that I love that, man, because I always felt like artists made the best music when they made the music that was true to them and true to themselves. And you can hear it in the music like that.
Right.
Like you know that's not you. Like when you hear something like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. But like when people make the music that's true to themselves, it comes across better, and that's when fans rock with them. You know, it's fans that'll rock with them forever. You know, because they making music that, you know, what I can't help but call quality hip hop music, because it's just true and authentic.
Right.
Now, with you know, you basically coming out with these 2 songs, and like you said, having being more so in the perfection stage of just making sure that the project you know, is what it is, you know, to your liking. Are you adding features to it? Are you collaborating with other people locally? Like, what's your plan to kind of add to the overall aesthetic for the project?
Precyce, you want to get this one or?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? As far as the features, we have an artist by the name of Mosca Flux. She's on one joint. We got another artist. We got Lena Jackson. Lena Jackson's on a joint, and she's up and coming, and she's super dope.
Nice.
We got my man Eternal, Eternal the MC. He's another Brooklyn cat. You know, he's on there. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the Kick and Verse family. Features, because we want you to understand that Stallone-N-Weathers can carry the load. But we got love for, you know, certain artists. Like we got a lot of love and respect for them. So, you know, they're on the project. They're on our first our debut project, you know, which is pretty much our baby. Like, it means a whole lot to us, you know.
Yeah, no, I think that's important. Just you know, in terms of if there's people that you love and respect, and they have an opportunity to be a part of something that you guys have like this, like, it's always good to hear that they're being included, and, you know, at the same time you're still keeping true to yourselves, and, you know, showing that you can hold your own with the project too. So
that's it right there. That's it, right? Like what you saying right now.
Yeah.
Like you know, us coming out of the gate, you know, with no big name, you know, guest feature or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't want to come out the gate like that, you know, because we don't want to seem like we're using that as a crutch, you know, to kind of get in, even though you kind of need a cosign, you know, here and there to kind of, you know, nudge your way through that door. Like, we just didn't want to come out the gate, you know, like relying on a feature in order to get that attention. We wanted to go ahead and show that, hey man, we hold enough weight ourselves where, you know, cats should be asking us to be the feature and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
So,
Right, like,
so yeah, coming out the gate, you know, we wanted to hold our own coming out the gate, you know. That's not saying that, you know, we super narcissists and don't want to associate with anybody else, because they can be further from the truth. We want to rock or whatever, but it's just like coming out the gate, man, we want to show that, hey, you know, we got this. Before we start rocking with so and so, we got this. Understand, like, we don't even have to have that. Like, we got this, you know. So that's the thing,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
That's a great mentality to have. You stand on your own too, and then, you know, if somebody want to rock with you, it's off the respect of what you're doing, not because
Exactly.
you know, you're trying to you know, cash in off of their name or whatever. So I definitely respect for that. Man, y'all came through the door on, like, serious though. The first line. Am I saying that right? I'll make sure I got that right.
No,
That was
it.
the
You got it
first.
right.
It was the first line, and the first, like, before I even heard the song, because I was at work, and so I'm on IG, and I had it on mute, but I saw it, and I was like, yo, this looks like something like official. Like, this wasn't an iPhone video. And I mean, this is, come on,
Yes,
y'all know,
man.
y'all see the song, and the song could be hot, and it takes away from it because the video, the visual of it, and, you know, we're from that era where the visual was almost as important as the actual music. You know,
Right.
so for me, that it immediately caught my eye. So I had to listen to it. So I left out of the building, got in the car, and rode around and listened to it. And I was like, okay. I was like, and then, you know, so tell me about the process of making the video for the first single.
Can you hear me still?
Yep.
Yep.
Man, so I directed the video. I'll direct all of our videos. The play on words that did it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the play on words. Pretty much what you gotta understand is, when I write a song, I don't just write it. Like, I write the song, but I'm already thinking of the visual concept as well. Like, K Hill will hit the beat, and I'll hit him back with and the visual concept and the reasons why I had that visual concept in my head, you know. So making the video was a lot of fun. You know, shout out to everybody that participated. It was just a great experience, a great time. Eternal's actually the main character in that video, you know, and we just had so much fun doing that video, man. Like, that video was so dope, and the rest of the videos are crazy too. So if you like that one, wait till you see the other ones that we drop. It's not gonna be none of these videos are gonna be regular. It ain't gonna be like, all right, so I'm rapping and here's a chick twerking. It ain't gonna be none of that. Everything is like straight different.
Not
point of
yet.
views.
Nah, let me stop.
I was
Nah,
saying, just don't throw that concept just completely out. I mean, I got you.
Nah, but see, the thing is with me, like, I always like to have women in positions of power in my videos. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna see any twerking or nothing like that, because, or half naked. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see they're gonna be in positions of power. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, yo, you know, we got daughters out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got daughters out here. I don't want them to think that that's the way out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to see that women have power. You know, so that's what I like. And it's like, that kind of demographic, you gotta respect it, man, because, yo, women buy CDs and albums before men do.
Oh, no doubt.
That's number one. You know what I'm saying? And number two, I mean, I'm just tired of seeing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm tired of seeing, you know, all of that, because it's like, it has no meaning. It's like, yeah, that looks nice, that's cool and everything, but, you know, what's that got to do with hip hop? how's that helping my music? You know what I'm saying? There's no place for it for me.
Nice.
So that's just how I feel. Yo, I might start cutting out. So hey, you gonna take from here?
Yeah, we got it. We got it with K Hill.
Word.
Just tell us a little bit about your production style. We obviously from these two songs, we definitely could hear where you're going, and you mentioned that making an East Coast sounding album like Boom Bap was on your bucket list. But how did you start out with production? Did you DJ? What got you into the production side of things first?
I was a heavy Marley Marl fan, man. Like I was crazy about I was crazy about the producers of the different crews, like Herbie Lovebug, Hank Shockley, Bomb Squad, Herbie Lovebug when he was producing for Salt and Pepper, Kwame, Dane and them. Like I'm a big fan of that. Those guys' productions. Kenny Parker, man. When he was producing for BDP and Heather B. And then later on, it was, Pete Rock. Because, Pete Rock was killing all the remixes and stuff like that, man. So, and then Pete Rock and Large Professor. So I always been a fan of, like, the producer or whatever. I always wanted to be the wizard behind the curtain. Because I seen the way that they move. And then, sometimes Pete Rock or Large Professor, they'll come to the forefront, spit a couple of bars or whatever, but they'll go back behind the boards and just put out that work. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to a lot of Marley Marl's production, like, it still sound good today, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to, that's what I want to do, man. I want to just have a sound where it's like years from now, it still just got that feeling. You know what I'm saying? So
the feeling,
exactly, and that's how right. You see how I tied it in, right? That's how we kind of came up with the concept of, the actual song or whatever. Sice got a different explanation for it, but for me, it's like, okay, it's about to be fall. It's about to be cold outside. Time to put on them jackets. We about to that music just about to give you that feeling that it's about to get cooler outside.
Already, man. Wear hoodies and Timbs and y'all jiggy affairs.
Right. So you in your car warming up your car and whatnot, and you put that song on, and it just give you that feeling where it's like, okay, it's time to start rocking my toboggan now, man. That cold feeling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's why y'all laughing.
You already know, man. This is us right here, yo.
Right. That's why y'all laughing, because y'all right there with me, man. So yeah, that's where I got it from.
Me back to the crib, man. I'm from Philly, so I mean, this is that's the feeling. I mean,
yeah, right, exactly. So, nah, man. I mean, but
now what you using to make your beats? If you,
man, I use MPC. I use the machine. I mess around with FL Studio, and I use a couple of VSTs, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not that cat that's at the crib with the big dusty ASR 10 or
the cold Triton.
The SP, that's not me, man. I'm still modern with my production game and whatnot, but I try to give it that vintage feel though. Even with beats where I don't even sample, I still try to make sure it's gritty and whatnot. So yeah, man. Those are my weapons of choice though.
Yeah, he could make a beat off of the PlayStation generator if he wanted to, man. Like he can make beats off of anything for real.
Hey, that's the truth though, man. That really is the truth,
Man, we're looking forward to more joints, man. We got spoiled already. Like I said, like we had these joints pop into the inbox, so we felt like we were already kind of.
Yeah, I felt kind of special. You know what I mean? I was like, okay,
yeah,
put a little VIP. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, please don't hesitate to send anything else.
Y'all know y'all got first dibs, man. Like straight up.
Don't hesitate to play him.
Oh no,
don't
hesitate, man. Listen.
No, we'll get the word out, man. Like I said, we like Phil said, the reason why we do the show, this not only is it was missing something, but we got tired of people saying that there wasn't quality hip hop being made these days, man. Like, yo, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, you know, people say, yo, nothing but, you know, no garbage on the radio. It's like, yeah, that's your fault for listening to the radio. Like, you don't, it's not 1983 anymore. You don't have to just be chained to the radio. And there's other, you know, so many other avenues and ways for you to consume and you know, receive music that, you know, I just got tired of people saying that. So we made it our mission to make sure that groups like you, MCs like you, producers like you, always have a platform, always have a way to at least get to our followers, and then in turn, you know, word of mouth goes a long way, man. Yeah. So that's
because the people that listen to us want to hear the kind of music you make.
Right.
So
right.
That's why it's important to us that people know that you exist, because we talk to people that consider themselves hip hop heads that have no idea. They be like, man, there's nothing out there. So we'd be like, yo, we'll give you X, Y, Z. Yo, we give you people that have names, like, or people that's up and coming, and it's all quality hip hop music. We get with our brother Rick G's, and we do mixtapes where we pick the songs and literally spoon feed people.
Yeah,
like, yo, here it is on a platter. You can't say that it doesn't exist. We're giving it to you. So thank you guys for making us look smart. I mean, like,
no doubt.
No doubt. Here it is right there, and you can hear it.
Yeah.
And then when we play the music for them, sorry if I mean to cut you off, but when we play the music for them, they be like, okay. Yeah. They're like, you know, so they get it as soon as they hear it. You know, it's just a matter of getting it out to them.
Yeah, and the ill thing about it is like Phil was saying, like, we can kind of just put it in, you know, just with anything else, and it fits right in. You know, it's not like you know, so obscure or so strange that it sticks out. It sounds like it should be amongst all the stuff that's considered great, you know. So we're looking forward to getting more music. We appreciate you guys giving us this time to even speak to you. And what we like to do is do an intro, which we've done with you now. And then, you know, as more projects, more material comes out, we would love to, you know, spend more time to break down, you know, everything, and, you know, just promote, man. We want to get you guys out there, you know, with the best of our abilities.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, we really appreciate that. And, you know, we appreciate you guys, all the compliments you've been giving us through the interview. I mean, you know, we really appreciate that. And it's like, we make the kind of music that we love, and it's always good to see people that love that kind of music and receive it well. The first line has been received very well, and we just dropped The Feeling, and The Feeling is actually being received well right now.
That's that shit right there.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's real cool, man. It's funny, you know, with the songs that I write and the way I write them, like, everybody thinks that I just have this huge crazy formula, or I do these crazy rituals where, like, I just float in space and just write. Nah, man, it's like, yo, on, like, for real, like, I don't even smoke. I don't smoke weed. I don't do none of that. Like, really, the way I write is I'm always writing. Like, I'm constantly writing. Like, when I'm driving, I'm writing. When I'm at the 9 to 5, I'm writing. When I'm changing my son's shitty diaper, I'm writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm arguing with my wife, I'm writing. Like, everything I do, I'm writing bars while I'm doing it. So it's like, whenever I get a beat, I already got 2 or 3 lines that I already like. So it's like, I'll just put it to that beat and then just go from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a whole book of just beginnings, like just beginning lines. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, The Feeling was just a great record. When I heard the beat, I just went in, man. A lot of his beats do that. If I hear a beat and I can't start writing to it immediately, that's not the beat for me. I don't want to get a beat where I have to think about it. Like, if I get a beat and it's so dope that I just start writing immediately, that's the beat for me. And K Hill's been sending me, you know, I say sending me like we far away from each other. Like, we actually do everything organic. We be in the studio together and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like we emailing each other and then that's it. Now, we really got a great organic relationship. And that really means a lot for your music and your sound. Absolutely. Too. Because You know what I'm saying? Because both of y'all know what kind of sound you want, and you can both go for it, and you don't leave the studio until you got that sound. And even when you do got that sound, there's always going to be little tweaks because he can hear stuff that I can't because he has the more seasoned ear as far as production. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made one beat. It took me like a month to make it. So beat making is not my thing. But when it comes to bars, though, you know, I'm your man.
Well, we're gonna stop at this point here, and we're just gonna hold you guys.
Say again.
I think I lost Vod. All right.
Oh,
so what are you saying? We're gonna stop there. We're gonna take this time. I'm gonna wait for him to come back, but we're gonna have it. We're gonna probably play front line right here. Or
first line.
My bad.
Yeah.
First line. I'll edit that part out. But no, we'll play that right here, and then what I do want to get from y'all, though, I want to get some drops from y'all, because then I'll use those for the intro for the show, and y'all can do them at y'all, you know, later, because I'm gonna put this out. We just recorded one yesterday, but I'm gonna put them out together. I want yours to have its own little light, though. I don't want to put one out and then throw one and then just kind of throw yours out there. I want yours to live on its own. So I'm thinking I think I'm gonna do them out of order and do yours first, and then do the one that we just did after it, or do that one on the weekend as like a little mini joint, and then put your joint out on Tuesday. Like how music used to come out. That's why we used to put the joints out on Tuesdays.
Yep.
Tissue Tuesday. That's what we've been doing. We've been off the schedule a little bit just because how we've been having to edit everything out. But that's what we're getting back to. He just texted me. He's like, he lost his connection. He was like, I think his power went out. But Yeah, we good money though. We got what we need. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna send it out to y'all before I actually put it out. I'll probably text you the link. It's gonna go out on SoundCloud. Hold on, because I'm stop recording now.